To run this fourth annual B.R. Ambedkar lecture series. Lecture series under the name of Ambedkar, happening every year and with the continuity and with the same affection and love, deserves a second round of applause. So whoever is part of it, let's give it up in the name of Ambedkar and as well as the people who are working to and for the movement. The statistics that we have to identify when people ask about the importance of caste, we have to look at the Human Development Index. What does it say? There are three important factors among many others that factor in. One is the level of income and poverty. Second is the idea of nutrition, as to how much nutrition. Third is education. And if you look through these three variables, we will be able to identify the existence of caste in our everyday, day-to-day lives. And again, when I call upon caste issues, I also want to call upon the privileges of the caste people. So caste doesn't work only with the levy of Dalits suffering only, but the Brahmins and the dominant caste belonging to various other folds enjoying the privileges and enjoying the death as well as the rape of people who belong to the lower caste. So caste has to be put in relation. It has to be relative often. It cannot be one-sided discourse. And therefore, when we think and when we talk about poverty today, the top 1% of Indians own 60% of India's wealth. Digest that one more time. Top 1% own 60% of India's wealth. And we are talking about 1.4 billion people. A huge mass of land. Top 10 own 80% of India's wealth. Which means 89% of the people have to fight over 20% of India's resources. And when we don't have any other avenue to express our frustration, we go out after the most vulnerable, the most insecure person of our society, because that person is the easy target. You cannot go against the 1% because you know. There is a word in Hindi, aukat. You know you can't deal with the top 1%, because if you are caste sensitive, you will ensure that the fight doesn't go against the top 1 or top 10%. It goes against the lower and people who are operating on the lowest level. And here's the fun fact. The 25 richest Indians own 10% of India's GDP. 25 individuals owning of 10% of India's GDP. How does caste factor in? The richest of these people, 50% belong to Brahmin communities. Brahmins are 3% of India's population, yet own 50% of India's resources. And not only 50% of India's resources, they continue to be on the richest spectrum, meaning if you are richest, you are the worst exploiter of a society. That means 50% of the worst exploiters in this country belong to the 3% Brahmins. And if you add the Rajputs, they own 44% of India's wealth. And if you go slide down more according to the caste hierarchy and varnas, the Kayasts, who operate as the pet Brahmins in our societies, not having a full status of their own, trying to imagine their wet dreams of becoming a Brahmin one day, yet they are not Brahmins. Getting beaten up by Brahmins every now and then, and yet enjoying the privileges by oppressing someone else. This kind of dilemma of Kayasts and again Banyas, they own 57% together. How do we account for the disparity? This disparity is an outcome of our caste blindedness when we have given safe passages to people who are actually utilizing the existing state as well as non-state resources, amassing the wealth for their own caste people. When we talk about neoliberal capitalism, the so-called promises of privatization as well as globalization that was supposed to offer a certain kind of freedom, it told us on our face that if we bring capitalism to you, you will be liberated. It told us with a sense of confidence that one day, capital will come to your rescue. What has happened? 92% of corporate board members belong to Brahmin and Banya communities in India. 92. Who is neoliberal regime supporting? What are they problematizing when they have to actually talk about Brahmins singularly owning 45% of corporate board seats when it comes to the capitalist or the global enterprises in India. And of course, the rest of the percentage goes to Banya. Here, the Khatris, the Kshatriyas, what we call, do not fall into the numbers. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, 25% of the population in total only has 3.5% of share in the corporate board memberships. A quarter of population, less than 4%, sitting in important corporate board decisions. So your Twitters and your Facebooks and your Walmarts and all your fancy businesses from the West as well as the non-West capitalist enterprise operating in India has actually helped the casteist demagogues in India to utilize the neoliberal capitalism and the jargons of capitalist enterprise to further put down the people who should have instead fighting against the very order that has helped. And this is what talks about the loyalty of Brahmins. Brahmins have been the most disloyal citizens of India. They have never remained loyal to a country called India Republic or pre-Republic too. When the Mughals came, they rushed to them to become their special advisors. If Shivaji had his one part been having a mark on his body, it was a Brahmin who was fighting against Shivaji. And then when we talk about colonial regime, during the British times, the excellent advisors, the Brahmins, rushed to the English schools, went to the British, asked to establish and retain their supremacy by becoming again the special advisors. Pre-Mughal times, there was Adil Shahi, there was Delhi Sultanate. Pre that times, there was Chandragupta Maurya's kingdom. Who was the chief advisor of Chandragupta Maurya? Brahmin Kautilya, who drafted the vicious political treatise that India has known. Punitive measures against women, lower caste. He wrote Chanakya Niti. When British come, Brahmins sit on their laps to enjoy the breads and enjoy the sweats of the people who are actually working day and night into the field. In contemporary times, when neoliberalism comes as a new regime, a new Raj, Brahmins, again with the indicators that we have numbers, enjoying their unaccounted and unchallenged privilege in the society.